I decided to do something a little bit different with this video. I just got home from a short solo cruise from Palm Beach, Florida to Nassau, Bahamas. And on my little getaway, I had a solid reminder about peace and autonomy that I want to share. Rather than just talk about abstract things that men mean when they say the value of peace and freedom that comes with being single, let me show you exactly what it looks like, at least for me. And I'm sure that this will resonate with many of you. For some single guys, it'll validate what you already know, and for some, it'll clarify what peace and freedom and autonomy, what they all look like in real life. That is, what men mean when they say and they talk about living a peaceful and autonomous life. And for the ladies watching, I want you to not just hear what I'm saying, but to really process and think about what this means when it comes to dating and relationships. Because for tens of millions of you who want a man's time and commitment, you're not just competing with other women in the dating market. You're also competing with this.
It's time to all choose your timeline on the roller coaster of life.
Before I get in too deep, let me just add a little bit of clarification for anyone that might misunderstand the difference between being alone, being single, and being lonely. For millions of us, being single is not a way to circumvent commitment. It's not avoidance, it's a personal choice. Whether it's coworkers, neighbors, or fellow shipmates, men have plenty of options regarding the company that they keep. So listen, I get a lot of paid time off at my full-time job, and I simply needed to burn some vacation time. So without consultation, without checking my bank account or negotiating schedules or a shred of hesitation, I decided that I wanted a short cruise, and 30 minutes later, it was booked. So this was my third solo cruise in 2.5 years. The entire thing, no expectations, no plans, no obligations. When I do this, I wake up when I'm ready. I decide what I want to do, when I want to do it, and there's no backlash if I change my mind or my plans on a dime. For me, it's not just a vacation or a short getaway. It's actually a lifestyle. It's what peace feels like. When men say peace and freedom, they mean no evaluations, no negotiations, no emotional performance. When men say they want peace and freedom, it means freedom from constant validation, from negotiating schedules, negotiating any emotional performances. And when we zoom out a little bit, being single gives men decision autonomy, energy conservation. It gives them space for risk and spontaneity. Just because none of them include a woman does not make them lonely. And just on this trip alone, I met very fine folks, made some good friends, new friends, but got along with them very well. From Michigan, Oregon, Seattle, just down the street in Tampa, and New York. A couple of guys from Canada. Had great time hanging out with all of them. I was not lonely. And I was not alone. In fact, doing what I want, when I want, gives me the freedom to make those new friends. And that doesn't happen when you're on a cruise with somebody else. So this isn't just about what I prefer to do or me recommending what guys should do to get their peace and freedom. This is just my story and how I choose to get it. I picked this short 3-day cruise impulsively 3 weeks ago. It was just after Christmas. And all I wanted to do was choose rest over productivity. When I go on a solo cruise, I get out of town to rest, not to schedule 18 things to do, wear myself out, and need a vacation when I get home. Freedom for me and autonomy is grabbing a bucket of beers, sitting poolside until I'm hungry, and then I go to the dining room and I eat. I order and eat at my own pace while reading a book. When I'm finished, I get up and I leave the table. So I can sit in peace for 3 hours, drinking coffee, reading, writing, coming up with new ideas for videos. Again, I eat when I'm hungry, I sleep when I'm tired, and I wake up when I'm not. When I'm in port, what I did this last time was find a bar, an Irish bar, with some nice drinks, had some Guinness, had some lunch. I stayed for as long as I wanted, and then I went back to the ship, ate a little bit more, went back out into port, did a little bit of shopping. All on my own schedule with no conflicts, no negotiations, no schedules, no nothing. Didn't have to share a bathroom. There was no shower time to negotiate and to share. There were no check-ins, no timelines, no schedules. Just the way I like it. So here's my challenge for guys who feel like they could benefit from a little bit of autonomy, especially if you've never done it before. It does take some getting used to, but I find the benefits to be incredible. Guys, go out there and just do something. Take a 72-hour reset. That's 3 days. That's as long as this cruise was. Again, so my third time doing it, and every time I do it, I like it more and more. Go do something 100% alone, where no one knows where you are. Don't go visit someone, your uncles, your brothers, anything like that. Spend as little as you can, under $300. If I hadn't spent money on a couple of bottles of booze and an extra brunch and some souvenirs, I could have done this trip for $350, maybe $400. Go somewhere within driving distance. Take a 12-hour drive, land somewhere, stay there for a day or two, and drive home. No planning, no performance obligation, as I mentioned. And for you, it might be a cabin in a national park. You might want to go fishing, pitch a tent. Maybe it's driving for a weekend event at to see your favorite football or your baseball team. Maybe it's something as simple as a hotel with a pool, just out of town and nobody knows where you are. Just disconnect and decompress. Maybe it's even a motorcycle ride through the mountains. Whatever it is for you, if you've never done it before, I promise you that you will come out of it feeling much better for it. Make your own decisions. Nobody there to tell you what to do or when you have to do it. And after you do that, even if you have already done that, do me a favor. Send me a message at ropress.com, ROEPRESS, ropress.com, and let me know what autonomy is for you. Have you done something like this before, this type of a reset? If not, what would you do? What would prompt you to go on a 3-day excursion all by yourself and nobody, again, knows what you're up to? Don't get yourself in trouble. Don't get yourself hurt. All right, leave your emergency contacts. Let me put that out there. But if this prompts you to do something for the first time, please send me an email. Go to Ropress or send me an email at todd@ropress.com and let me know how it went for you. Again, whether it's your first time or you've done it before, let me know how it goes. And if you're okay with it, I'll share it in an upcoming follow-up video for other guys to watch and learn from. So ultimately, one of my contentions is that peace is not isolation in and of itself. It comes from autonomy. And freedom is not necessarily what culture tells us it should be. A lot of guys, listen, I understand, they don't even want to go to the movies or a dinner by themselves. They're afraid to go to the beach and just sit for a few hours, all by themselves. But do yourself a favor. Take a few days, get out of town, do it all on your own. And let me know, again, send me a message, send me an email about how it worked for you and how you experienced that trip. So ultimately, one of my contentions is that guys need their freedom, their peace, their autonomy. Get out and do something for 72 hours. Do it all on your own, no plans, no obligations. Find something you want to do, bring nobody with you, and don't go visit somebody. And let me know how you feel. Please do send me a message or send me an email. And for ladies, again, let me just give this reminder that in the dating pool and the relationship market, you're not just competing against other women. Hell, sometimes you're competing against yourselves. You're competing against a man's peace. You're competing with sunsets that guys can get all by themselves without all of the relationship entanglements that come with it. Guys, what is peace and autonomy mean for you? How are you surviving out there being alone and being single? Not being lonely, but tell me about your experiences traveling by yourself. What kind of arrangements do you make? What makes you feel good when you don't have any obligations?